My dear child, I want to start by telling you something you may have forgotten. I handle the impossible. You see, what is impossible for you is not impossible for me. You've been living under the weight of challenges, burdens, and struggles that seem too big, too heavy, and too impossible to overcome. But I need you to hear this. I handle what you cannot. There is no situation too difficult, no challenge too great, no problem too complicated for me to solve. The word impossible does not exist in my vocabulary. It may seem impossible to you because of your limited perspective, because of the circumstances that surround you, because of the barriers that seem insurmountable, but it is not impossible for me. If you need God's blessings, then type "Yes, I need" in the comments. Do you remember when the people stood at the Red Sea with no way to cross and their enemies closing in behind them? It seemed impossible. But in that moment, I parted the waters. I made a way where there was no way. That's what I do, my child. I make the impossible possible. I know you've been fighting battles that seem never-ending. I know that you've been wrestling with doubts, fears, and challenges that make you feel like giving up. But listen closely, because this is important. You are not alone. I know it feels like the weight of the world is on your shoulders, but my dear child, you don't have to carry it all by yourself. I am right here with you, and I have been with you through every battle, every tear, every sleepless night. I have never left your side, even when you thought you were facing the impossible on your own. You are not meant to fight these battles alone. I am here, and I will fight for you. I have already gone ahead of you to prepare the way. I have already set in motion the solutions to the problems you face, even if you can't see them yet. My beloved child, there are things happening right now that you cannot see. You look at your life and your circumstances, and it may feel like nothing is changing, like no progress is being made. But let me tell you something: you don't see the whole picture. You see the obstacles in front of you, the walls that seem too high to climb, the problems that seem too complex to solve. But I see everything. I see beyond the obstacles. I see the opportunities hidden in the challenges. I see the doors that are about to open for you, even when it looks like every door has been slammed shut. I am working behind the scenes in ways you cannot imagine. I am orchestrating things for your good, even when it doesn't feel like it. The path to your victory is being laid, stone by stone, even when all you can see are the detours and delays. You need to trust me. You need to trust that I see what you cannot see, and that I am always working for your good. Stay with me until the end of this message, because I want to show you how to trust in my unseen work, even when the visible world tells you otherwise. If you want to listen to God's message and bring positive changes to your life, then subscribe to the channel. Let's talk about faith, my child. Faith is not just something you have when things are going well. True faith is born in the fire of impossibility. It is when everything seems hopeless, when the odds are stacked against you, that your faith truly comes alive. Faith is believing in what you cannot see. It's trusting that I will do what I have promised, even when the circumstances look like it's never going to happen. And that's exactly what I need from you right now. I need you to have faith in the impossible. Remember, I am the God of the impossible. I have turned impossible situations around time and time again, and I will do it again for you. But I need you to believe. I need you to hold on to faith, even when everything around you says to give up. Do you remember when Peter walked on water? It seemed impossible, didn't it? But as long as he kept his eyes on me, he did the impossible. It was only when he started focusing on the wind and the waves, on the obstacles and challenges, that he began to sink. So keep your eyes on me, my child. Don't focus on the impossibility of your situation. Focus on me, and you will walk through the impossible. Stay with me until the end of this message, because I want to show you how to strengthen your faith in the midst of impossible circumstances. This is not the first time I have handled the impossible, and it won't be the last. I have been in the business of making the impossible possible for all of eternity. I have parted seas, healed the sick, raised the dead, and calmed the storms. I have taken what seemed hopeless and turned it into something beautiful. And I will do it again for you. I know that right now, you're looking at your situation and wondering how it's all going to work out. You're questioning whether things will ever get better, whether the miracle you need will ever come. But I want to remind you of something. I have never failed you before, and I am not going to start now. I have always been faithful, always been true, always been on time. And I will do it again. I will handle the impossible in your life just like I've done in the lives of countless others before you. Your situation is not too difficult for me. Your problem is not too big for me. I am the same God who worked miracles in the past, and I am still working miracles today. I need you to understand this deeply. Nothing is too big for me. Not your fears, not your challenges, not your struggles. I am bigger than everything you're facing. I am bigger than the financial problems. I am bigger than the health issues. I am bigger than the family struggles, the broken relationships, the failed dreams. There is nothing in your life that I cannot handle. So stop letting fear tell you otherwise. Stop letting doubt convince you that your problems are too big. They are not too big for me. They never have been, and they never will be. You see, I created the heavens and the earth. I spoke the universe into existence. The stars, the oceans, the mountains, they all exist because of my power. You think that the challenges in your life are beyond my reach. Of course not. There will be moments when nothing seems to make sense. You'll wonder why things are happening the way they are. You'll question my plan, my timing, and my methods. But I want to remind you of something. My ways are higher than your ways. My thoughts are higher than your thoughts. You don't always have to understand what I'm doing. You just have to trust that I know what I'm doing. If you want God's grace always upon you, then please consider to support our ministry by clicking Thanks button. I am not asking you to figure everything out. I am not asking you to have all the answers. I am simply asking you to trust me. Trust that I am good. Trust that I am for you. Trust that I am handling the impossible, even when you can't see how it's all going to work out. Remember Joseph. He spent years in prison for something he didn't do. It didn't make sense. But what looked like a disaster was actually part of my plan to raise him up to a position of power and save an entire nation. One of the hardest things for you to accept, my child, is my timing. I know you want things to happen quickly. I know you want the answers right now. But listen closely, my timing is perfect. I know it doesn't always feel that way. I know it seems like the delays are holding you back, like the waiting is unbearable. But I am not just concerned with getting you to your destination. I'm concerned with preparing you along the way. The waiting, the delays, the detours, they all serve a purpose. They are not wasted time. They are opportunities for growth, for refinement, for preparation. I am using this time to strengthen you, to teach you, and to mold you into the person you need to be for the victory that is coming. One of the things that makes the impossible seem so overwhelming is the feeling that you don't have what you need to overcome it. You look at your resources, your abilities, your circumstances, and you think, I don't have enough. But my child, I want to remind you of something. I am your provider. I am the source of everything you need. When you are weak, I am strong. When you are lacking, I am abundant. When you are in need, I am the one who provides. Remember when I provided manna for the Israelites in the wilderness? They had no food, no resources, nothing. But I provided for them every single day. And I will provide for you too, my beloved child. I want you to know this: your victory is coming. The impossible will not last forever. The challenges you face will not defeat you. The struggles you are going through will not be the end of your story. I am already working on your victory. I am already handling the impossible. I am already setting things in motion that will bring you to the breakthrough you've been praying for. Your victory is near, and it will be more glorious than you can imagine. It will be a testimony of my power, my faithfulness, and my love for you. It will be a story that you will tell for years to come, a story of how I took what seemed impossible and turned it into something beautiful. My beloved child, I handled the impossible. There is nothing too big, too difficult, or too overwhelming for me. I am with you, I am for you, and I am working on your behalf. Trust me, believe in me, and stay close to me. I will guide you through the impossible and bring you to a place of victory. Share this video with up to 3 people if you need God's presence. Amen.